Alright, we're now going to work on the skin. Now, the Sorcerer Kings, they're depicted as being a darker skinned people, and there aren't really a ton of tutorials out on YouTube for painting darker skin tones. People typically paint their miniatures in Caucasian skin tones, and that's, sort of what's most readily available. And so, through painting my Sorcerer Kings, I've actually stumbled on a really great, easy method to paint those darker skin tones, and I'm going to share that with everyone right now. So to accomplish this, I use the AK Deep Shades, and now this works very similar to the other speed paint type paints that are out on the market. The biggest difference between this and like your army painter or your citadel, this tends to be a little bit of a thicker medium, but it's not as heavily pigmented as some of those other brands. So typically what that means is that you're going to want to do two coats. And so we've got four colors out here. So this is the Pure Grime. We've also got Hazel Brown. We've got Reddish Filth, and we've got Human Skin. So I've split all of the unit into four different piles, and each pile got one coat of each of the four colors. So over here you can see one coat of the Pure Grime, and then one coat of the Hazel Brown, and one coat of Reddish Filth, and then a single coat of the Human Skin. Now, any of these, if you had base coated your skin in a standard acrylic paint, just applying this sort of like a wash would work really, really well. But what we're going to do to get that darker skin tone and have some variation throughout the unit, we're now going to do a second coat on all of the miniatures with the Pure Grime. So applying this, again, works just like any other speed paint. So you want to get a decent amount of it on your brush, and then don't let it pool in any one area. Just kind of keep moving it around while it's workable. And then we strategically didn't paint the silver yet, so we'll be able to cover up any messiness or mistakes. So let me show you guys what the final effect looks like. We're going to go from darkest to brightest. So first up, here is two coats of the Pure Grime, which gives you a nice, rich, dark brown. You'd see it most clearly on the back. And then next up, we have Pure Grime over Reddish Filth. Adds kind of a chestnut complexion. And then next is the Pure Grime over Hazel Brown, which has almost sort of a yellowish orange sort of tint to it. Another really great option. And then lastly, we have the Pure Grime over Human Skin, which adds a little bit of pink undertones. Now, with these four paints, highly recommend that you guys experiment with these. The combinations that I chose are not the only combinations that you can use. So, for example, the Reddish Filth, if you do two coats of that, that looks really good. Or if you do Reddish Filth over Hazel Brown, that also works very, very well. So highly recommend that you guys give these a shot.